Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Supercar Tribe. I'm Andy Rasool. Today's episode is going to be about the Ferrari California, which I purchased recently. And as you've probably guessed from the title, I've broken down. It was only a matter of time. I always buy these cars that need a little bit of work doing to them. And unfortunately, this one decided to cause me a few problems and then die on me. I actually had to abandon the car overnight and come back the following day to sort it out because it was just way too hot. The engine was hot, the outside temperature was just too hot. I didn't have the bits with me, and I just wasn't able to get it back started again. So what we're going to do is dive into the video, and I was able to film it and explain as I'm going along. So let's do that, and then I'll come back at the end. Right, so a really weird problem happened with the Ferrari California. So I was parked up, I went into a restaurant, came back. I've had this problem with the battery, which is here at the front, that I went back to London and I came back and the battery was low. Wouldn't start, I had to jump start it. That then caused some other problems, like the rev needle was not working properly. Anyhow, so every time I was starting it, it was struggling to kick in, it was struggling to fire up, but it would start. Anyhow, so just now what happened was I went to start it again, it struggled to start, and then I heard this pop, and I was like, oh crap, what is that? So I got out, had a look underneath the bonnet, didn't see anything unusual. Had a look underneath the car, again, nothing unusual. So I was really confused as to what it was. I was expecting to see oil, and in fact the second time I went to start it up there was low oil pressure light. So I was just thinking, oh crap, I've done something, which I probably have. But anyhow, so I came to the engine, I checked the oil over here from the dipstick, and it looks low actually. I mean, it does look low. I went to clean it and it doesn't look like there's much oil that was there. But the bigger problem is that both of these have popped off. So you can see here, both of these have popped off. Now I've actually pushed them back on, but they were actually off and up. So the throttle body is this air intake. So the engine wasn't getting full airing. I've had the check engine light on for a while, so I don't know if that was from before or if that was the pop that happened. It's too damn hot for me to actually put back in place properly, so I do need to sort that out, and I haven't really got much tools here either. But this is going to be fun. Not you can see there, it's not in the right place, it's off the thing. So I don't know how I'm going to get this done, but it's all really hot at the moment. So but the trouble is that it's 50 odd degrees outside, so, or 40 something. So I'm back, and this is the second day, this is the next day. Basically it wouldn't start yesterday, so I had no choice, I had to leave it here. It started, but then it just switched off straight away, and basically what had happened was these had popped out. It was the backdraft from the misfire caused these two to pop out, and these need to be connected up in order for the car to actually run. It's not like normal engines. So I was speaking to my Ferrari mechanic friend Ali back in the UK, and he said that if these aren't connected up, it won't run. So when I was starting it up, the low engine oil light came on. Now I don't know if it was actually low or not, but you know, it could well be because the battery was causing me lots of problems, that was then causing me the issue. So I have just put in a litre of oil, 0W40 Mobile 1. So normally the car would take 5W40, but I think over here they only use 0W40. 5W40 seems to be really hard to get hold of, and I think because of the heat as well, 0W40 is the fuel of choice, is the oil of choice. So I've put in a litre of that Mobile 1 over there. I spilled a little bit, but I'm sure that will be fine. I'll mock that up. But what I am going to do now is I bought a new battery, and as you can see, I picked up a Bosch battery. So this one is a 12 volt 100 amp hour 830A. Now the spec for this car is 12 volt 100 amp hour and 850A. I spoke to my mechanic and he said that it's not a big deal, and it's also a lot better than what's currently in there, because you see there it's a 95, so it should be 100, and it's 800 and it should be 850, so I'm doing 830. It's what they had in stock on the shelf. The only trouble is to get down to that, I have to remove these, which are loose anyway. As you can see, they're just wobbling around there. That's almost actually off. So I have to take all these covers off to then be able to move these out of the way, and then I should have access to the battery, swap the battery over, and then yeah. But the other problem is that these have these special clips on them. I have bought a pair of nose pliers with me to take them off. I don't think I'll get them back on again, so I bought some cable ties, and hopefully temporarily it will do the trick. So I'm going to crack on and get that done. It's about 8 o'clock in the evening and it's still hot. It's still about 40 degrees outside, so it's like an oven out here, but I'm going to crack on and get this done, and I'll catch up with you guys in a few moments. So my engine light has been on, and I just went to wiggle this, and as you can see, that is supposed to have a clip there. There's no clip. It's supposed to have something similar like this over here, and it's not there. So it's not sealed, which might be the cause of my check engine light. So anyhow, crack on. Right, so I did try to take off these plastics, and then I've got a head that's spinning over there, so I couldn't get it off. But I think I'll be able to actually just take it out without taking these plastics off, fingers crossed. Hopefully there's enough clearance there. Looks like there is. I mean, there's a bit of a cutout. I'm hoping it's for the battery. So I've pulled off the air intake pipes. Looks like I just have to undo that. This one just clips off. That will need to, well, that's actually attached to this bar that holds the battery in. So I'm hoping I just undo all of that and I can just then lift out the battery. So let's see. There we've got the 12 volts, 100 ampere, 830A. Normally it's supposed to be 850A, but I've been told it's not going to make much difference. So we're all good. Right, that's back in. Connected up the negative, connected the positive. Now what I'm going to do is reattach the throttle bodies and these hoses. I'm going to start with the left and then do the right. Or the right and then the left. That is right for right-hand drive. That is left. So let's do it. So here you can see it has started first time without hesitation, no unusual noises or anything like that. And what's interesting is the check engine light's gone off because we secured those air intake hoses down properly. So that could possibly be the reason for our check engine light, but we're not sure. I'll have to drive it around and have a look. But I've let it warm up for about 10 minutes and now it's time to take it for a drive. So far so good.
So I was able to get the car started again. I managed to get it home that night, which was obviously great. And the battery itself has stayed okay. Some of the issues that I was having with a weak battery have now been resolved. But the check engine light is still on. That did come back on. I think it only went off because I disconnected the battery. So that makes sense. It resets itself. but there is still some underlying problem because the battery itself has come back again. The check engine light has come back again. So I will need to get that sorted out. But the main thing is, or I suppose the good thing is that the issue with the weak battery has now been resolved. One additional problem that I do have is I have a hot start problem, and I think this is all related to the check engine. Whatever is causing that is probably causing this hot start problem as well. And I have figured a way of starting the engine with this problem there. Basically what it involves is listening to the right time and having to sort of try and start it, switch it off, try and start it, switch it off, and then it gets to a point where I know it's going to start, and then it will start. So that's a problem that I don't want to have. So I do need to resolve that, and we'll be diving into that into a future video. So if you've enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, like the video. It really helps us out. We've been having a lot of people joining joining the channel, so appreciate all you new people. And next week's video, I'm not really too sure. I might do another one on the Ferrari. I might do one on the Bentley, or possibly even a video on the Aston Martin. A lot of people have been asking about that one, so I'll keep you posted. You'll see next week when the video comes out. We have videos coming out each week, so look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care, all the best.